Good day, everyone. Just wanted to take a couple of minutes to go over how to fill out the global calendar. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So, just to be clear, so everyone is aware, this document has to be filed and we have to present this to the county as well as the state. So, we have to ensure that it is accurate. We have to make sure that this document is updated regularly. For example, if someone filled it out prior and then someone is off, supervisors obviously have to go back and update it with actual work days if someone is calling out sick and that kind of thing, putting it in red, bolding it if you need to. So those kind of things are very important. But I want to take some time to practically show you what we do not want. So first and foremost, we don't want to change the color scheme. For example, if you look right here on this side, the color is gone. The lines are gone to the right. So we're trying to avoid that. Another thing I want to show you is we want to avoid typing by the number. So we don't want to type by the date number because if you do that, it's going to take away from the layout that we actually established. Second thing, or third thing actually, don't copy and paste, or I prefer if you don't. But if you have to copy and paste, which I know is going to save a lot of you some time, if you have to copy and paste, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. First thing you don't want to do is copy from the weekday to the weekend. And what do I mean by that? So let me give you an example. If you copy something, let me go to my demo sheet. If you copy something from the the weekend, for example, let's type in the weekend, and you put it on another day, see, it's gonna take the color with it and the formatting. We don't want that. And if you see this is bold, it's the same thing as this number up here. So we don't want that. So that tells me someone already copied and pasted some information. That's why we have this in blue. It shouldn't be in blue. It has to be clear like this. That's the kind of font we want right here. Arial 9, Arial narrow, and 9 font. Okay, so let's go back over the this one again. So again, we don't want to copy from the weekend to the weekday or from the weekday to the weekend. All right, so that's the something to keep in mind. Another point: make sure you type in row one and not two, or make sure you're typing in one row and not two rows. What do I mean by that? If you have someone, for example, Raymond, he works 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. I know we don't have that shift as an example, and you copy that. Say we're putting that here. You don't want to do this and put it in another row there and another row up here and another row here and have Raymond all over the place, up here, and then over the weekend. Because if you notice on the 7th here, do you see the color changed? So if the color changed, then we have a problem. Then another problem is you notice the line is gone from the end of that. So again, there's ways to fix that. I'm going to take a minute to show you that, how to fix that in the back end, but try to avoid that. So do weekends to weekends, weekdays to weekdays. Make sure the font is consistent. Next point, review, review, review. Shout it out loud. Make sure I review. Make sure you review. And if anything is missing, if you don't know how to fix it, ask for help. Say that with me loud. I'm going to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. No shame in the game. Okay, so just ask for some help and then we can fix the problem. So for example, let's go back over to our example here. If this is needs to be repaired, here's what we want to do. For I usually just select everything. It tells me that's the fill color. Click fill color right at the top. Click this color. Bam, everything is back in the same color now. The other thing you can do, the line is missing, so we need to make that line bold. See, the line is bold, it's not thin like the one on the left. It's bold. So I select this area, click the borders box, Make sure it's the right. This is the one I'm going to need, but I need to make sure the border is thick. All right, so black border, obviously that's the color. Make sure I'm using the thick border. Make sure I do the click this button now, and now it's going to fill in that which was removed before. Okay, hope that makes some kind of sense. And obviously, if I'm missing a line internally, for example, there, I'm gonna have to go back to here, make sure the border. I'm sorry, let's cancel that. Make sure the border is the smaller line. Okay, and then I click the box, for example, and then it'll fill it in. So hope that helps. So and the last thing you would do obviously is to make sure that you are sharing that. So you'd obviously go back and share that when you're complete to your appropriate superiors. All right. So again, I want to just give you an example. When you're initially inputting names, do them one at a time. Let me give you an example. If you're doing your staff from Monday through Friday, if you're adding, if you're gonna just paste it in, this is what's gonna happen. Did you see it's broken in two? Then you're gonna need to merge. Some of you have learned to do that before. Select both cells, go up to the top, and merge it. To avoid that, all you have to do is type it in. So that's why we suggest just typing it in. And that will save you a whole lot of trouble. Okay? So let's copy this and paste it. Just an example. That works this time. That works there. That works there. But if you notice, see the line gets missing. That's why we try to avoid the pasting. The line is missing here too. So then you're giving yourself extra help. That's why we suggest just typing it in. Because then now we have to go back here, repair this line, go back here on the left, repair that missing gap, go back here, repair that missing gap. Whereas if you just typed it in or select the data, go in the cell and paste it in, double click, select the data, paste it in, then you save yourself the trouble. That's another trick you can use. Okay? So most of us, when we paste, just to go over this point again, let's go down here. We click the cell and we paste. Click and paste. Click and paste. See what I did there? I'm out of order because I'm on the line below. Undo that, paste there. Now if the line is missing, obviously I just showed you what to do. Click, fill it in there, or double click in the cell before you paste. Make sure you're seeing the cursor beeping, then you paste it. Double click, paste. And for those of you now that have multiple staff, let me give an example. So you have multiple staff here. This is our example, and you're copying this, and you're going to paste it in 4 cells. In this case, it worked. But you got to follow the basic rules. Again, remember, if you put this on the weekend, you're going to have some issues. So you're going to have to recolor this, and you're going to see the lines are damaged on the right, so you have to fix that. Or just type it in. If you have any questions, just touch base with your supervisor, and hope this video helps you. All right, thank you, and please share.